I'm just going to go over some important grenades real fast. First one is just smoking double doors. You line up with the opening, get a little ways above it, run forward and toss. Pretty simple. Now that nade right there doesn't cover cat, as you can see. There's a guy back there often with an op going M4. Not only can he spot where we're going, but he can shoot us over the top of the smoke. See, it's very close to the ledge. So I found a smoke spot that coincides with doors. So you have a door smoke, and then one guy backs into this corner. You just back up against this corner right here. Take a smoke, aim at that corner, and then aim right above it at this shadow right there. And that will prevent anyone from seeing us go cat or from shooting us from lower tunnels at the same time. Now when we push over to cat, you want to line this smoke up. You'll see the corner of this windowsill and the very top of my smoke. You want the top of my smoke right below that. Now I have classic camera, I believe. Classic camera, which actually changes where your smoke's going to be. So you want to change it to classic if you want to use this. But when you line that, let me make sure I stay on classic. Yeah. So when you line up this smoke, just toss it without moving, and what you're doing is pushing your body as close to that corner as you can. That should smoke out lower down there perfectly. Another big important one is anytime you take cat, there's usually a bunch of guys right here, right there. Those two spots are anything. Sometimes the barrels, it just depends. What you can do is come to the bottom of the stairs. So you'll notice when your guy steps up and when he's at the bottom. You just come to the bottom of the stairs, look at the left side of that, bottom left corner of that air conditioner, barely run forward and throw it. And that should smoke that corner. So now you don't get shot from that spot. That spot barrel is the only spot you have to watch is Goose, assuming you have teammates watching those two areas. You can approach that. I found a pretty easy smoke for smoking this connector almost perfectly. Let's see if I remember it. You aim at this corner right here where this sign connects with the building. Pull your smoke out, start running forward. I think you let go in the middle of that second window. I think that's what I set up. Yeah. Might be a little bit later, but that's pretty good. What you're doing is backing yourself into that corner first. Try it one more time. I might have to release it a little bit later. Aim right there. You get the feel of the timing when you try it on your own, though. That's pretty good. To work with it a little bit to get it perfect. And then the last one, and actually the one in the tunnels I'm going to show you too. That one's kind of tough. This one I haven't kind of found the best lineup for, but I just get at the corner of this right here, align my crosshair with this right here, and then aim about that high above it, and just let go. That should smoke tunnels. Yep. So that one's good for when you want the B guy to smoke tunnel, or the mid guy to smoke B, and then the B guys can smoke it again, so it delays the other team even further. Now, as far as coming out of tunnels, I see a lot of guys coming out and throwing a nade straight off that wall. I'm going to wait till that smoke clears. You can actually run forward and left at the same time. You'll see how I'm running forward and left at the same time, and it'll bank it left. See that? So I don't have to actually expose my body. I'm just running forward and left at the same time. So you can even kind of do it at an angle where you don't even have to poke yourself out to any danger. The only danger is if they rush to that corner. But you don't need to do this, where you run forward. You just need to angle forward and then toss. And you'll notice how the grenade physics take it off the side of the wall. Same with flashes. You throw the flash like this, and then it's going to clear. If you do it right, I obviously didn't. If you clear that corner at the end of the tunnel, you don't have to worry about turning around. Can't really tell if I'm hitting it. There is definitely a science to it. Here we go. See? So that landed right out here without me having to look away. You can do that one probably easier, just running straight. But the smoke grenade, you don't need to do it that way. I know you guys have probably already seen this one. but the entry flash I always use, I'm just aiming right at the bottom of this hill. And it runs right through the doors. Now, what I normally do is I throw it, and then I look away, like this, and that explodes in midair. Let me see if this grenade will show what it does. It not bounces easily. There we go. That's going to come in, and anybody looking from there, and even over there, because of how high it up explodes, or there, it's going to get flashed. So you want to follow that quickly. I follow it, check there, and then I move onto the site, and at that point you don't really know where they could be. The only guy that probably won't get flashed is if there's one right here. Just chilling. Another flash we need to work on is for when we do a cat take. There's two of them. One is you have this guy flash. You can see that blows up midair, so anybody on cat that's watching is going to get flashed for the guys that are trying to rush it. If you're on your own, I've been obviously working on some flashes where you stand right here. I'm lining up my crosshair between these two lines, that line and that line. So about the window height, putting it right there, and then running forward and jumping and throwing all at the same time. And that flash, as you can see, I'm not going to move, will come like right here. And you'll get anybody in that corner, anybody right there, and anybody back a little farther. Try to do it again perfectly to show you. So you're just kind of pointing straight ahead, jumping, running at the same time. It's going to blow up as soon as it crosses this plane, which is perfect. So you want to actually try to learn the timing to peek with it. So you'd throw it, and then you'd peek with it. And I know you kind of get some of the flash, but it's not going to be in your eyes like it is theirs. And you can really take over that area. A flash that's good for the site is have a guy throw it from down here. It'll come over that corner and flash the guys on site. I'll show you what it looks like. Blows up right there. So anybody down here by car, anyone behind that, and anybody behind that. The only guy that won't get flashed is if a guy's playing goose, looking like this. And of course, if someone's like down here and looks down or sees it coming, you want that flash to pop as soon as it comes over that edge, so they don't have time to react. You can kind of learn how to look away from flashes. So if a flash is right there and you look to the side like that, you're still going to get flashed a little bit. If you look like at a perfect 90-degree angle, you don't get flashed. So you kind of have to learn that angle. Like you can even look at the ground sometimes and it helps. If you see a flash coming up in the air at you, like that, you just look down real quick. I usually, if I see one, I'll just do this and pop back. But that's pretty important. I think that's it. Peace.